سبحان فالق الإصباح.
Allahu Akbar!
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel.
Allahu Akbar!
So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, and join the Hameen Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
Warning. The following video clip contains strong language and has therefore been rated 18+ by the YouTube NECCA. Viewer discretion is advised.
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.
Hello everyone and welcome to the PWC Monday Night Machismo. We're so nice, we had to do it twice. It's our second time coming tonight here on the PWC network, so don't say we don't spoil y'all, just saying. Yeah, 2 times. To my right, we have the evil one. He is also the foreign object. He is also a doctor and an MD, same thing. He is Dr. Jeff Lippman.
And I came twice today.
Oh, whoa, you did come twice.
That's right, you just said we came twice today.
Why does it always have to go back to penis, Jeff? Why?
What does the P stand for?
Well, it stands for pro, not penis, but you could have
that was a good cleanup. That was honestly a really good cleanup right there. I gotta say this, because I really thought penis too, but now it's pro. It is penis, okay.
Penis, prick.
Well, technically, it is penis.
The big P?
The big P, but as you just heard, we have the Grand Poobah himself. He is the bad guy. He is Jack. What's crack-a-lacking, my friend? What's going on?
I'm so glad to be back on the PWC network. I thought you guys forgot about me. So when I was gotten hit up and said, "Hey, are you watching Raw?" I was like, "Yeah." "Can you be on tonight?" "Yeah." And then I'll see my main man, the Evil Dose here. And it's glad to see you too, Jimmy. But Evil Dose, what's going on, my friend?
I know. TV hug. Give the people what they want.
Oh boy.
Bad and Evil. The Bad and Evil tour is back in action.
That's
with
right.
With a little bit of tea in there.
See,
we include you. We include you in there too, Jimmy T.
Well, I'm not bad or evil. I'm good.
You're the T. You're the T, man. You're the T.
I'm the T for whatever you wish it to be. I mean, it could be Twitter. It could be Fierce, and it could be anything.
Fierce don't have T in it.
Actually, it does. TH.
Oh well, I didn't pass. I didn't pass spelling. That's
What'd
not
you say,
funny.
Jeff?
Today it's timely. I mean, this is a miracle. We're actually doing the Machismo after Raw
Well-
on the same week of the show we're supposed to be covering.
We do. As a matter of fact, we're 2 days apart from this Machismo, which is actually gaining a lot of downloads. And I just want to point out, not only did we break a record for the first penis comment of the evening, but we broke a record on being live for Raw right after Raw, as a matter of fact. And here we are, Jeff.
The P is for professionals.
Y'all are
Wow.
confusing me what this P stand for. First it's penis, now it's
Penises.
professional. Ah, okay, so it's 2 P's. All right, so PP.
The first P is the first P is silent.
That makes sense because I couldn't hear it.
Right, professional penis.
Well-
the first P is silent, of course.
The PWC is here to talk Raw. Now, I don't know what that means. It's a Raw.
I'm not gonna lie, this makes it even more uncomfortable because I heard penis and then roar, and I don't know where
That's
we're going.
why-
We
that's
just
why
went
I
off
said
the
it.
tracks, but go ahead.
We did go off the tracks because we are off the
We're
tracks.
the A-Track Brown.
Oh, well, we're definitely not the A-Check Browns. Damn, bro. Now, I'm not causing any trouble, but if I were you, man, I'm just saying, I would fuck the soup up. Just saying. Not stirring any, no trouble.
Gotta hustle out and address the soup. No soup
Oh,
for you.
shit. No soup for Track, that's for sure. But that's all right. I'm sure he would redeem himself, I hope. Because that is spreading like wildfire all over social media, man. It
Yeah,
is
like
pretty
wildfire.
bad. Like wildfire.
Two of the most over guys in the IWC. You got Anthony Missionary Thomas, my personal friend, and A-Track Brown, my personal friend.
That's true. And you can find Jeff also at the Wrestling Soup as well as right here on the PWC network.
And the PW Hustle.
And, well, that's not exactly true, Jeff. There's none of our shows are there anymore, as a matter of fact.
Mine are.
Actually, well,
Is it?
mine are too, but they're actually not.
Is it
Not the
true?
latest ones.
That's just because
Hate to break it to you.
That's because Ray works on the weekends.
Oh, God.
Film during the week.
Our shows are technically on there, but just not the latest ones. Just saying.
The latest ones aren't on our network.
Well, actually, they are right now. But anyway,
Okay, good job.
we're here to talk Raw, and I don't know, man. I didn't mind this Raw, guys, but I'll start with you, actually, Grand Puba. Was it a bit all over the place, or was it just me?
So I missed, I told you before we went on air, I missed like the first 10, 15 minutes of Raw.
You did. I'll get to that in a moment, but you didn't miss much.
Oh, okay, no, thank you. But I didn't mind it. It was an awful show. I didn't think it was awful. There was things that I liked, things I didn't really care for. One of them being the confirmation of Brock Lesnar and Omos at WrestleMania. But I did like that segment. I thought it was funny. I chuckled a lot. But I didn't mind this Raw. I thought it was fun.
It was fun, but I've got a few gripes, and we'll get to those gripes in a moment. But it's funny because did I mention we're brought to you by Channel Attitude and Humming Media Group? And I just want to say, have any of you guys ever wanted to do your own podcast by any chance?
By golly, I'm not sure I know how.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Where would you
don't?
start, Jimmy?
Well, I've got good news for the both of y'all, because if you want to start your own shows, you can, thanks to podbean.com. All you got to do is actually use the affiliate code PWC Network, and you get a free month on us. Can you believe that, guys?
We are so
No
dark.
way. That is so cool.
Yes, absolutely. Yes way, Jack. You get a free month on us here, right here at the PWC Network. So thank you, Podbean, for being a sponsor of our show.
That's great.
There you go.
Good job.
It is great. Absolutely.
All right,
So
well,
get
that
on it.
wasn't all over the place.
Podbean.com/the PWC Network, and you get a free month on us. So check it out now. I thought I'd get it
Nice.
out of the way, Jeff. You impressed?
Yeah, I am. I mean, you got Channel Attitude in there. You got Humming Media Group in there. You got Podbean in there.
Oh, you just remind me. We do have one more sponsor, and that's the Homeboy 88 podcast. It's also brought to you by Homeboy. Yeah.
Another one of my personal friends.
Another one,
Yeah, a
yes.
lot of
And
friends.
finally, you got in touch, I see.
Yes.
That's a lot of friends you got there, Jeff.
I know, right? I'm showing off. Like, wow.
You
Don't
are.
get me
I'm kind
started.
of hurt.
Yeah, but Ron, you're the only one I've met in person.
Ah.
And the
there you go.
handsomest one, too. I just want to
Actually,
throw it
you're
out there.
lying.
I mean,
You're
that's
lying,
not even a
Jeff.
question. I mean,
Thank
What
you.
about Kev? What about rock hard Jim Prenders and Pussy Gato himself, Kevin Panetta?
I'm kind of hurt by this.
well, first of all, Pussy Gato.
He went all the way to Pennsylvania for this.
I decapitated.
Oh yeah,
Pussy
that's right. You
Gato.
did. You did.
As you know. Listen,
true.
Rockhard Jim Prendy is definitely all that, but I would not say he's more handsome than Bad Guy. And listen, Sexy Time Kevin Panetta is very sexy, but let's just say that if I had to choose, Ron would be my choice. He's the first. He's got priority. He's the priority of Zion.
As evil Dose may be, he has a special place in my heart, and my evil heart right here. My bad heart, matter of fact.
Bad heart, man.
There we go.
Kevin
The bad
maybe
guy.
was like Bad Kevin or Slut Boy Kevin, not Sexy Time.
Oh, he's very much Slut Boy.
He's a nice boy.
I mean, dude, he got his peenie peen sucked while taking a shit. I mean, that's something, bro.
Okay, that was really more than anybody needs to know.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening here.
I'm just saying that's
not for nothing, Jimmy T. You was getting a lot of compliments. I'm not on the show often, but Evil Dose was giving you praise, and then you just made a legal U-turn and crashed into a sign.
I mean, that was so disgusting.
I'm just stating facts. Well, it is Raw. It is Machismo. We do talk guy things right here.
Channel Latitude right now. That is just that is nasty on so many levels. Like I am picturing I'm picturing like Saturday Night Lockup in Baltimore City when they pick up the prostitutes. Like that's the kind of thing.
Is there any prostitutes in Greektown, Jeff?
Of course there are.
Men.
I should go down there and check it out. Anyway, let's get to Raw though, fellas.
I like how he made a full. But go ahead. No, lead the way. Don't let me interrupt, Jimmy T.
Well, it is Raw right here on the Machismo, like literally, and we are coming from the Andal Arena.
We just start over.
Do you want to start again, Jeff? Do you really want to start again?
I mean, this is awful. This is terrible.
This is Raw, baby. That's what it is. And I just want to say we do come from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we start off with the Bloodline, but it's not every Bloodline member. It's just Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, as he acknowledges that it must look like the Bloodline are having problems, but if you have family, family fights all the time. He says if you come for another member, or for one member of the Bloodline, you come for all members of the Bloodline, and asks the crowd if they think Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or Cody Rhodes got one over on the Bloodline. Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown on Friday, but tonight he and Solo are here to remind everyone who runs Raw. But get this, guys, enter the Street Profits. They get on the mic and act pretty much, how do you put it? They're over-exaggerating, especially Montez doing his R. Kelly sort of impersonation by singing towards Jimmy, which made Jimmy laugh. And he was pretty excited to see the Bloodline too.
You need to change the reference, because when you say doing an R. Kelly impersonation, it's not about singing anymore.
Well,
the singing is long forgotten. It's been eclipsed by something else.
Okay, Keith Sweat, how's that?
Fine, Keith Sweat. Absolutely.
Without the sweat, by the way.
What's after Sweat? Genuine.
And you meant to say when you were saying Montez, you meant to say he was acting really theatrical, right? Was that the term you're trying to use?
Exaggerated more so than anything.
Okay.
That's probably what I meant to say, because he was
like
Jimmy Uso. I know I can't sing, but he was pretty much.
I hate when Montez Ford does that, and then
you're not a fan of it.
Starts to meet it.
You're not a fan of
Montez
it, Jack?
Ford is so great, except for that act.
It was like my body's telling me, yeah, hey. That's what it reminded me of, literally. That's why I said R. Kelly. Jack,
stop with the R. Kelly. The singing. When you say R. Kelly,
there's
been forgotten.
Certain names you can.
The way that you make me feel,
Oh my God!
I don't know. What are the words? Someone drop me a beat. I'll pick it up.
Maybe later, Jeff. Maybe later. But for now, I'm asking Jack what he thought of this little interaction. I'm sure you said you missed the first 6 minutes. You probably caught the match, though, right?
I caught the match. I caught when it was in progress.
All right. Well, Jeff, from what you heard, what did you think of that segment?
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Fine, be like that. See if I care. Well, anyway,
I'm thinking about pulling up YouTube and pulling up a Keith Sweat song.
I love Keith Sweat, man. Come on, Keith Sweat's the man.
That's fine.
Just saying.
What do I think of the match? I didn't like it.
Well, I didn't even get to the match yet, and it
you asked me what I thought about the match.
I said the opener, but anyway, it was the Street Profits in Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford versus the Bloodline in Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Or should I say Umaga at this point?
Well, then let me answer the question. What do I think of that setup? You come out, two of you call out three guys, so The heels call out a superior number face group, and who comes out? None of those three guys. What is that? That's like Tony Khan booking.
It was. That's what I mean by it was a little mess on Raw sort of thing.
Oh, that's what I meant when I said I didn't like it.
To be fair to WWE, they do have over a month to get to WrestleMania, so we can cut them some slack. It doesn't make sense, but nevertheless, we did get a match, and get this: the Bloodline end up winning via pinfall with a Simone Spike from Solo Sikoa on Angelo Dawkins. There you go, Jeff.
So I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
I kind of was too, but not really. But you need to give them something though, man. And I'm talking about the Street Profits. And why are they together again already?
They did give them something, a loss.
That's honestly that's true. They did give him a loss. You said something earlier, Jimmy T. You said, why is the Street Profit back together? When did they break up? They never broke up.
When did they break up?
Yeah, they never broke up.
They never broke up, but they were teasing a breakup months ago. And then we did have Montez Ford going solo at Elimination Chamber and made a name for himself, shall I say. And then we're back to tag teams, and that was it. That's my problem.
Well,
I think they're teasing it, but they're not rushing it. And I like that. I like that because to me, when they first started teasing this breakup was SummerSlam of last year. And when they lost and the way Martez looked at where'd it go? Teased the breakup between him and
Dawkins.
Thank you. Thank you. Could you realize I was struggling there? Thank you.
Damn it! I didn't realize. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's fine.
You're busy taking a smoke break. It's okay.
I could tell you needed saving now, but yeah, I was.
It's my 15-minute break.
Come on, boys.
What, the show just started?
It's a break. It's in the union rules.
Maybe I am a bad guy for fuck's sake after all. Jeez.
But they've been teasing it for the longest time. I like that they're taking their time with it. And I kind of like stuff like that where they teased it months ago, right? And then when they eventually do break it up, you're like, oh, you could pinpoint it to months ago instead of just rapidly breaking them up so suddenly. So that's what I wanted to ask you. I said, when did they break up? So Montez doing all this solo stuff, which is great because I think this is still a test for him. We all have been saying for the longest time. I feel like all of us, talking about all three of us here, been saying for the longest time, like Montez is going to be the star of this group, and he's going to be the Shawn Michaels.
Lily's got something to say, but continue on, Jack.
All four. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
be left out.
I apologize. And I saw her back there. I apologize, Lily. Tell her I said sorry. Okay, good. But all right. No, I just want to be sure because I saw you whisper to her, so I didn't know if it was like.
I just know how to approach her when she's hurt.
Yeah, no, I get you. Understood. I apologize, Lily. But all four of us been saying for the longest time Montez is a star. And I don't know. I'm just. I guess my point, long point, is that I don't mind this long tease of a breakup.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, because they really teased it a year ago, where it looked like Montez was just done with Dawkins, and then suddenly they're best friends again. I don't like how they've done that, but we'll see. Hopefully it is a slow burn, but if it is.
Do you like slow burns?
Well, it depends.
Is this a Bull Durham question? Listen, I like slow burns too, but this has been off again, on again burn. It hasn't been a steady burn.
Exactly.
And, we often give AEW shit for there's a difference between long-term storytelling and things that just take a long time. This is right now past the point of it's just taking a long time. And listen, everybody knows that Dawkins is the Jannetty. Dawkins knows he's the Jannetty. That doesn't mean he's bad. It just means he's not going to be the breakout star. It doesn't mean he's going to end up with the life of Marty Jannetty, which is a cinematic.
You don't want that kind of life. No, I get what you mean.
Right. But he could absolutely have, when Strikeforce broke up, Rick Martel and Tito Santana both, continue a mid-card career. So, yeah, I mean more like that. But Ford is the star. He's got to tone down his act. He's got to maybe take a couple pages out of, less singing and less like seeming cartoonish and more bravado.
He's a good singer though, Jeff. I'll give him that.
Nobody's watching wrestling to hear him sing.
But that's right. That's true.
No, nobody's.
I feel like if they turned Martez Ford, then he would tone down all those certain avenues, like you mentioned, the singing. I'm pretty sure if he turns heel, he won't be singing. if they go that route.
And you think he would be turning heel, right? Or would it be Dawkins?
I would.
Dawkins.
Yeah, I would say Dawkins, but I feel like if they wanted to do a swerve, you could go with Montez because Montez could be the guy saying, "I was carrying this team for years. I love that." So there's a you can make an argument. I feel like you can make an argument for both because even with Dawkins, right? He can sit here and go, "I turned on you before you turned on me." There we go.
Bless you, Jeff.
Bless you.
Get that evil out, man. Sorry, Jack.
No, keep the evil. Keep the evil.
Yeah.
Keep it all. Keep it all.
Continue, Jack.
I'm just saying that if Vince was here, oh, so he said Jack. I'm sorry, I said Jack.
I said Jack, sorry. Not Jeff for crying out
loud.
loud.
I got it.
We are the Triple J.
I'm done. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But I'm saying you can make an argument for both characters, but both men, because Montez could be, hey, I was the star. I'm this. I'm that. Everyone been saying for years I'm this guy. And then you got Dawkins who can sit here and say, you said Mario Jannetty, if I could use a video game terms, player 2. Like no one wants to be. I appreciate that, Jimmy. You got that. Everyone wants to be Mario. No one wants to be Luigi. No one wants to be Luigi.
I want to be Wario.
Wario is great. Thank you. Thank you.
He's actually kind of great, man.
It kind of bothers me he's not in the movie. That bothers me.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's very
Obey
true.
me, Wario.
Should be Wardlow that plays him, though. Wouldn't that be great?
If Ford was still doing this singing thing and Vince was still around, he'd have him put on like one sparkled glove and like red leather, like semi.
He did have a sparkled glove at one stage, Jeff.
And do the Michael Jackson thing.
He fucking had the Michael Jackson glove, dude.
If Carmella can moonwalk, so can you, pal.
Well, you know what's funny? We've spoken about certain things that actually came to fruition on Raw, and I'll get to those. Fruition over here at the PWC.
It's fruition everywhere. It's not fruition.
It is fruition.
I'm pretty sure fruition is your version of like fruit roll-ups.
You got me, Jeff. All right, for once, for fuck's sake, it's been a while.
I feel like he.
Oh no, I've been getting him lately, so he got me back.
Oh,
yeah, it's true. It's true. He got me back.
37 to 1.5.
Oh please,
37 to 1.
Please.
1.5.
He's been on a cold streak. He's been on a cold streak lately, but there you go. He got me back. But anyway, a few things actually happened that you'll be surprised about, Jeff, which I'm sure you will be because we'll get to that later. But anyway.
Never surprised when I'm right.
Hey, well, we'll get to that. But we come back, though, from commercial after that match because we see Brock Lesnar making his entrance and takes a seat on the set of the VIP lounge. A slightly non-pulsed MVP makes his entrance cautiously.
Non-pulsed, not non-pulsed.
That's two.
He's not.
Oh shit! You're right. I misread
not a dead
that.
Corpse. He's not impressed.
I don't usually fuck up twice that quick, but there you go.
Stop using big words.
Nonplussed. You're right. I just saw double SED. I didn't see the L, so I said
who's double D's?
Double S's, not double D's. But anyway, well, yeah, is double S even a thing?
Social
Security. I mean, shit.
Oh, there
anyway, Jeff's right. Nonplussed MVP makes his entrance cautiously and gets on the mic from the ramp. He says when he invited Mr. Lesnar, when he invited Mr. Lesnar to accept the challenge, this isn't how he envisioned it. Brock then apologizes for being a little early and invites Porter to join him, but Montel's happy to keep his distance. Brock says he's here on business and to listen to MVP sell these people and the people at home and Brock Lesnar a fight. Montel says he doesn't want to go to Suplex City and Lesnar promises no suplexes tonight. So MVP relents and slides in the ring and has a seat in his own lounge. Montel then begins his pitch, talking up how when Brock Lesnar hits a man with the F5, he's done for. But he had his hands full with Bobby Lashley, even without MVP in his corner. I mean, there's a lot more to go, but basically he ends up getting an F5 for his trouble. And this was very awkward. And the point of the story is Lesnar accepts Omos's challenge, but this was one awkward segment. Jack, do you agree?
This segment, oh boy, where do I go with this? I laughed, when Brock first came out, because usually the MVP, the whole lounge thing, he's already in the ring and he calls out his guest. Brock already being in there, I kind of chuckled because Brock just don't care. I love that. He was MVP was hesitant to get in the ring,
as he should be.
I'm not absolutely Brock Lesnar coming out there sitting there saying, "Yeah, come out in the ring." No, just no. My only takeaway from this, I dig the segment. The segment was funny. I laughed.
It was awkward though, man.
You gave me the floor, and then you just took the floor. Now I'm falling. You just took the floor, and now I'm falling.
I'll just pick you right back up, Jack. Come on.
Okay. Thank you.
Man.
It's like Australian quicksand. It's like Tasmanian quicksand.
Do y'all have quicksand out there?
That's all.
Probably in the desert. Yeah, for sure.
No, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, there's a lot of desert here, man.
Yeah, I knew quicksand was bad when I played Super Mario 64. That's when I came to the conclusion.
No, Super Mario Brothers 3, or was it 2? No, 3.
When I was talking to Russ Jones about Bigfoot, like we were talking about, like when we were growing up in the 70s, there were a lot of things that we thought were going to be much bigger problems for us growing up that the media was putting us. Like I really thought quicksand was like everywhere and was a giant hazard. I absolutely thought that vagabonds and hobos were everywhere, and they were always hermits. They were dangerous, living like in cabins on top of hills or in caves, and Bigfoot. But quicksand was a legit fear of mine. Like I was like,
really,
like everything. The Lone Ranger wasn't Quickfoot. Batman wasn't Quickfoot. Land of the Lost, quicksand. Everywhere you go, quicksand. I mean, I really thought that quicksand was going to be a much bigger. Every Western quicksand. I really thought it was going to be a much bigger problem than it turned out to be.
No, and I can see why, because a lot of the stuff that I've ever watched, I mean, like late 90s, and I saw quicksand everywhere. It was like, oh, that looks, and this is just cartoons, but I said, wow, that looks like bad. But I never ran into it a day in my life, so I guess that's something not to worry about. But the segment, I didn't mind it. My only thing was now they confirmed that Brock against Omos. I'm not really. I gotta sit here and say I'm just not thrilled about this match. I had the conversation about a lot of people, and they say like, well, these are two big guys, and they're gonna have this match. And it's like, yeah, it's just two big guys. I think once you get over the visual, the match is not going to be. It's
going to be bad, and it's going to go for 10 minutes tops, if that, probably 5.
And honestly, and I like Omos. I said a few times to anybody that listened to me, or if I just talk to myself, I like Omos. I think he's genuinely a good dude. But I feel like they put him in failed situations. Like, this is a failed situation. You put him against someone like Brock Lesnar. This is not going to do anything to help him at all. Just not. But
I have a few points on this one, and this got me mocked by JD from New York, who I don't care about because the man can't put a sentence together without the word "fucking" in it, and his dopey fans who can't even use words. So anyway,
that he actually destroys all the time online, mind you.
Right, because he knows his fans are idiots, but he's they have IQs of 79 and he has 81 and a half. That's fine. Anyway, enough about that. Listen, I don't actually think this is going to be the match, regardless of being confirmed or not. But if it is, Omos is winning. And so what's wrong about making your new young giant legitimate other than beating the Beast Incarnate, who doesn't care if he loses, if there's a point to it. He's going to get his $1.5 million match no matter what happens. So why not? Or if it's going to, but what I didn't like about this and yes, it's not going to be a great match, but it can be a spectacle, and it's going to be 6 minutes. Who cares?
And I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. Only if Omos goes over, though.
Well, he will. He will, and he should in this. But one way or another. Anyway, what I didn't like about this is one thing about MVP and his character, not dumb. And you've known long enough, meaning MVP and everyone in wrestling that's supposed to be in a managerial position, that Brock Lesnar sort of shows up when he wants. And not only that, in your stable, which you have been reconstituting, is one of Brock Lesnar's former stablemates in Shelton Benjamin, who should know his trick. So you don't think you'd have Shelton and Cedric either putting out a look for him and texting them, hey P, he's coming your way, or have them in the ring with him? Or why isn't Omos there? Or why isn't Omos like on the other entrance ramp so that when Brock comes out, he walks out, 20 feet behind him? I mean, so, I understand it's a spot and this is the way they wrote it, but I didn't like the way they wrote it because I think it makes MVP look stupid, and he's not. His whole character, he's a smart businessman. He's sort of like Paul Heyman with style.
And a cane.
And a cane.
And I can see that. I can see that. What you call? But I think you nailed it on the head. It's the way that they wrote it, and they wanted to keep Omos and Brock Lesnar away from each other. I don't know how long they're gonna do it, but they didn't want to have them in the same arena or area. week one.
And I get that they probably don't want to have Cedric and Shelton taking F5s now that they're trying to rebuild them as someone to be taken seriously after 14 months of not taking them seriously. So I sort of get that, but what would be the big deal if almost Cedric and Shelton came out, or Shelton and Cedric were there? He looked like he was going to do the F5. They stand in the way, and then almost comes out from the ramp, and then Brock realizes it's like 4 against 1 or 3 against 1. I mean, you don't even need Lashley for it. It's like even Brock would do that smile. I go, okay, boys, I'm gonna go.
But I'm interested in what you said. I don't mean to take over here, but you really see. He said okay, but you see Brock Lesnar going over in this match.
No, I think almost is going over.
No. I'm sorry. You said almost going over. I apologize. You said almost going over.
Yeah, I mean, Brock is what, 43, 44? Almost is what, in his 20s? I mean, he has to. Otherwise, it makes 20s. No sense.
Come on. Well, I'm going to look that
up.
Look it
up.
20s. I will. Don't you worry, Jeff. But I will say this.
Don't you worry, Jeff. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Don't
you worry, Jeff.
We always do this shit. Don't worry. If it's not me looking it up, it's him looking it up.
I wish you just had that. I don't know if you remember Wacky Races, but Dick Dashley had a dog, and he would always Muttley. Yeah.
Muttley.
Yeah.
Muttley. Yeah, I used to watch that. There we go.
Sasm.
Actually, Jeff, you friggin' prick, you're right. He's actually, how old did you think he was?
I think he's 25, 26.
No, he's 28. But he's still in his 20s. He's young, man. Shit.
Right.
28 fucking years old. Wow.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Wow.
I guess it's only because like Brock has taken a lot of L's, and I would sit here and think
that's another problem.
That's the only thing where I'm kind of conflicted, because I get what you're saying is if Omos go over and he beats Brock Lesnar, it makes him look like a threat. It gives him some value to his name.
Absolutely.
But
you don't you feel like Lesnar needs to have a match on Raw so we can have some sort of interference?
At this point, no.
You don't think so? So then how are we going to build to this?
He can take L's. It doesn't. Nobody cares.
So basically, we're going to have. So basically, we're going to have week in, week out between now and WrestleMania, Brock being in the ring talking some liquor, and then Omos and the Herpes just come out and jump him all the time, and vice versa. That seems a bit blasé.
I'm not sure that that's what we'll see. I don't know what we're going to see. I mean, I hope they do better than that, but it's possible.
I hope so too. That's why I feel that Lesnar needs to have a match on Raw SmackDown.
I'm just saying, Brock has been back for over 10 years, and
he's never had a match.
No, and those other stuff where he was on Raw with Seth Rollins and that thing with Kofi Kingston some years back, I don't count those. I just don't.
You know what they should have? If you want to have a match with Brock Lesnar and you want to show a presence, you know what you do? You bring in frickin' Von Wagner, Odyssey Jones, and some other guy from NXT.
Don't make me spill my drink.
And have him beat all three of them in a handicap match.
What? All three of them? All three of them in a handicap? Jesus.
Yeah, beat them all. Beat the crap out of all, the three biggest guys on NXT. Who's the other one? Briggs?
Yeah, Briggs.
What on Boogs?
He's on Raw.
I like Boogs. Boogs must be protected.
I'm just saying.
You like Boogs? Boogs?
I do.
I'm booging out, man.
Boogs cracks me up.
Out.
I don't know why, but it cracks me up.
He's just a big.
He reminds me of you, like a just cut up version of you, and you do guitar. No, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff he's always booging out, man.
Like 6 years ago when I had muscles.
Yeah,
he actually did once upon a time.
You have muscles. What are you talking about?
No, but really, he actually did.
Yeah, my eyeballs and my tongue still work.
No, but I'm not kidding. That's a shoot. He actually did. He really did. He showed me some pics. Yeah.
Ron and I are old friends.
Oh, old friends, huh? I'm not going to ask you guys.
He's the one who scouted me out. He found me.
Really?
All right.
You poor thing.
Yeah, I'm like Kevin Costner in that movie.
Not Kevin Spacey.
No,
oh no! Oh no!
Who's evil now, motherfuckers?
You're weird.
I felt, and it's funny later in. It's funny when you said that he's weird because Damian Priest said that later in the night about Johnny Gargano. He said he's just weird.
Well, he is weird.
Weirdo.
You weirdo.
Weird. He's a weird little fella. That Gargano. Jesus.
Gargano.
See, if I said it your way, I'm putting it in the American accent. I would have to say Gargano.
Well, I'm sorry that bothered you.
There you go. No, but I'm just
so
saying.
sorry. Just
I mean, he is
Because in
American.
the Australian accent, it comes across as Gargano. That's how you would say it, if that makes any sense.
Either
But
way,
anyway.
he is weird with like a 7-year-old's haircut.
Corey
true, too.
Graves made that joke too early in the night. He made that. During the match. I'm sorry, but carry on, Jimmy T.
How did we get so far ahead, by the way? But anyway, guess who's next, fellas? It is Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Now, I've got a lot to pick on with this match, fellas, because first of all, I know Chad Gable in real life is a shooter and a killer, really, right? He's a former NCAA champion, former Olympian. That's legit. But God damn it, you've booked him as a joke for how long now, right? And now we're supposed to believe that he has a chance at beating Cody. I mean, seriously, he got a lot in on Cody and made Cody kind of look bad, considering he's going up against Roman Reigns. Nevertheless, Cody ended up getting the win via, what was it, the Cody Cutter, I think it was? For the
Crossroads.
Oh, and the Crossroads. He done
Yeah,
the Cody Cutter
he
and
hit the
Crossroads.
Cody. He hit the Cody Cutter, but it was really
Right.
the Crossroads.
I'm telling you, Tony Khan booked this show. This was
This was a Tony Khan book.
This is
I'm
exactly
telling
what
you,
happens.
dude.
You have a number one contender, big time, and they have a 17-minute match against
I'm telling
Blade,
you, bro. It
or
was
you
that.
know, or
was
like
that bad.
Mike Bennett. You know, there's no
Great match. Don't get me wrong. Great
I
match.
love the
But
match. Yeah.
yeah, it was a sick match, really. But
but it doesn't make sense in the
it
context.
doesn't make
of the
sense,
story.
right?
I can understand where you guys are coming from. The way that thank you for the coughs. I can understand what you mean about with Chad Gable, because he's someone who hasn't been taken seriously. I feel like the last few weeks they've been giving him a lot of TV time and just showcasing what Chad Gable can do. I thought this was great that he stood toe to toe with Cody, who is. I didn't expect Cody to lose this match. I looked at this. I looked at Cody. I mean, he's the number one contender for the championship. This would have looked bad if he had lost. But I'd like that they're building steam with Chad Gable. I don't know with that. Even though he lost, I feel like each and every time, even though he loses, right? He does lose a lot. But I see people really getting behind him. I've seen people on Twitter saying stop playing with Chad Gable. This guy is.
You're right, and I want to get behind him too.
This guy
They've
got a lot
been
of.
saying that since 2015.
And absolutely, they've been saying
He
a lot
should
of
be
more.
Kurt Angle, really, right? The
He's
second
a
coming of
good
Kurt Angle.
wrestler, and he's
Absolutely.
small, and that's what the
Well, that's the
IWC
problem.
they love good workers who are small because they're relatable. And guess what? Even though he's a good worker and small, he's not relatable. Because ain't none of you been in the Olympics.
I have.
For
I ran my mouth.
very well.
Thank
Gold
you.
medal for air rating right there.
That's right.
The bad guy, Jack.
from the great country of the Queens.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm glad someone recognized us.
So anyway, yeah, no, this whole show was Tony Khan, and he's about to lose something else in Otis.
Otis.
Otis. And I want to say one thing. Whoever's doing Maxine's sort of dress and shit, stop
This chick?
hiding. Stop. She's got to stop emphasizing her face, man. Because when she's got her hair down, right, she looks so much hotter, man. But I don't know. Today I wasn't
Are
feeling
you
it.
face shaming her?
Is that a thing now? I'm not allowed to
Are
do
you
that.
well, why
Imagine.
not? Are you face shaming the talent, the head of talent for Maximum Male Models?
How
how
dare
I
you,
feel-
Jimmy T?
Hey! You know how I feel about Maxine? I think she's stunning, but tonight she looked pretty
Apparently not.
trashy.
Not if she shows her face. Then, ugh.
No, I know that
you
sounds
seem
bad.
right,
You don't get what I mean. She's still hot the way she looks.
Why
Don't
don't
get
you
me
show
wrong,
a picture
course.
of Brian Pillman's mother? That's your speed.
Unfortunately, I'm taking it off.
Speaking of speed, I'm sorry, I meant methane.
Oh man, we're pricks because anyway, we won't go there. Jack, you probably don't know what he's really talking about, but doesn't matter.
I can't believe you lost it. Okay, so listen.
I have lost it. I'm not sure where it is.
Okay,
actually.
So when
I can find
Brian
it.
Pillman, his mom died. Yeah, I'm not going to call him Junior because his father already died, so he's no longer Junior.
That's harsh.
He posted that you lose the Junior when Senior dies. You're no longer Junior. Thus, you can still name your kid. Anyway, you lose the moniker or the suffix. Anyway, it's not important. The point, we'll call him Brian Pillman Jr. When she died, he posted like a nice little note about her on a split screen, and on the other side he posted a picture. Now, normally a picture, something recent, maybe something in her church clothes or a nice picture of the family together. No, he takes a picture like it's from the cover of Penthouse with the hair all 80s glam rock banded out, with a shirt with the zipper on down and boobage like this, and he's looking at his mother like, it was creepy, man. It's a creepy. That's not a memorial picture. I want to fuck my mom, and she's dead. But I want to fuck her.
It's kind of weird, and not just that.
Extremely weird.
What he said about it too was just bad too, man. It made him look bad, in my opinion. I think I found it, but it's not the whole. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I'm sure of it. It's got to be
a picture of Metheny. You don't need the whole thing.
But then or now?
The picture.
All right, I'm pretty sure it's this one. But was it? Did it show her whole body, Jeff? If you remember,
no, it was just her torso.
It didn't, did it?
All you need to see is the boobage and the hair.
All right, I'm getting it now.
Body. I don't know. We need the knees. What's happening here? What's going on with the show?
Don't worry, I'm getting to it. You just continue on anyway for the time being while I find it.
What was the next thing?
There was nothing next.
I found it. For fuck's sake, check this out, guys.
Don't lose this again.
Oh no.
Oh no! Wait! I gotta take this away.
Have you done this before,
Jeff? Scuss it. All right, just hold your horses, man. I'm getting it up now. I've got to change something, but for the time being, just now I can do it.
Great.
Where is she?
Awesome.
Come on. It's not fucking coming up. What's going on? Why? I know why. This is dumb. This is stupid. Stupid fucking
with children.
Jeff, it's sort of dumb StreamYard sometimes, dude. It is what it is. But it's coming up right now. Literally, here it is.
You need to pan down.
That's what I said to you. I can't find the one that's lower, but basically it shows a lot of cleavage and
a lot,
and I can't find that right now for whatever reason. But I'll get it eventually. But I've got no time to sit there searching for it, Jeff. Come on,
man. You should have that picture available at
all. I know. I didn't think we ever mentioned Metheny again, but here we are in 2023. We're still mentioning.
What have I told you about thinking? Stop doing it.
Oh shit, she's everywhere. Did you see that? She was even in the background.
Right.
Where are you to take her off? Anyway, basically her tits were hanging out and...
great radio. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Great TV, awesome. Great radio. Cancel.
For sure, baby.
Cancel by YouTube.
That's your fault. Oh, no, wait. Why? You're allowed to swear after like 1 minute of the show.
No, just because this show is terrible.
Oh, come on, Jeff. It's better than fucking... than usual. Come on. But anyway, that was it. That was Metheny. I don't even know. As I said, Cody Rhodes wins by pinfall via the Crossroads. Anyway, we come back. We get Dominic Mysterio, fellas, who talks about his family reunion with his father last week and calls him pathetic and says he showed the world that Ray is exactly as pathetic a coward he is, and he'll show him again because he's going to be on SmackDown again, and he'll be in ex-con Dom's prison. Ew, that sounds a bit weird. Anyway, Rhea Ripley says Charlotte Flair can't escape her fate, which it is to lose to her at WrestleMania. Then Finn Balor says his feud with Edge isn't over. It will be over when he says it's over, and it'll be over at WrestleMania. Yeah. Anything to report on there, guys? Anyone wants to say anything?
Is Finn Balor like dumb? Like he won an I Quit match. Like that nothing says the end better than that.
I don't know what to tell you because I don't even know why he's saying that. I hope we're not getting any WrestleMania match with them two involved again.
They are.
Jack,
that is. They're definitely gonna get a match. The only thing is I don't know if it's gonna be a regular singles match or it's gonna be in a Hell in a Cell because I've been hearing rumors about that.
That would be all right if it's Hell in a Cell.
I mean, I was talking about this on the Big Pop Theory podcast, and I said that these guys have been feuding for almost a year, so we gotta end it, and I feel like Mania would be the perfect place to end it. So, I see them having a match. I mean, not only I'm seeing them having a match, Finn made it clear, like, hey, if you accept my challenge at WrestleMania, you gotta put these two on the show. So, yeah. Yeah,
but see, the thing is, are we going now for an Edge and possibly Beth Phoenix again? Oh, no, actually not Beth Phoenix, just Edge going over Finn, because I feel like Judgment Day should go over even in this match.
Yeah,
he's definitely being Finn. What should be happening is it should be done with Finn, but
and go with punishment.
Shouldn't be done with Damian Priest. What else he's doing?
Right.
I mean, it was originally the two of them. Them having a match makes sense, and yes, Damian Priest should go over, but Finn, regardless of people what they want to think, I mean, sort of like the Miz, you can do whatever you want with him, but he's basically glorified enhancement talent at this point. So of course, Edge is going to win in WrestleMania. He's the legendary face. They want him to resign. You know, his 3 years is almost up, and they'd like him to come back. And so of course he's going to win at WrestleMania.
That's a bad one. We'll see what happens anyway. We've still got a lot of time.
It's interesting because do I see Edge kind of winning? Sure. But I think you want to give Finn the win. Like, you want to give him the win because that's your younger guy. And I know I can always see people saying the younger guy. Like, I get it. They're in their 40s, but he's the younger guy.
50 at this point. Oh, well, yeah,
no,
they are in their 40s.
Finn is like,
yeah.
Finn is like 41, 42.
I think 43 even, as a matter of fact.
Right. Still young. I mean, he looks better than some people in their 20s.
And Punishment is 40.
Oh.
This whole faction's a bunch of old farts.
Well, Rhea's not. Rhea and Dom.
Rhea is the youngest, though, believe it or not, guys.
No,
Dom's actually older. Dom's older by 1 year, yeah. I kid you not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
crazy, right? That's actually
I didn't know. I
crazy.
didn't okay, I didn't know.
You
That.
would have thought.
Well, Rhea's going to be done with them pretty soon anyway.
Well, the way Buddy Murphy or Buddy whatever has been...
Buddy whatever, that's his name, yep.
Well, yeah, at this point. The shit he's been saying on Twitter, I mean, he seems a little jelly, if you know what I'm saying. And
what about the peanut butter?
It's good. I like peanut butter and jelly, absolutely. But
Buddy's working his way right into Impact.
Oh, no. I think he will sign back to WWE. No, I think he will go back to WWE, 100%.
He's ruining their second best story. I would not hire that guy at this point. Listen, he looks great, he wrestles great, but he's never been over anywhere.
You don't think so? We're talking about Buddy Murphy, right?
Right.
Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews, whatever he called himself in Australia, whatever he was on the Indies. Listen, he was with a lot of beautiful women, including Alexa Bliss. So obviously in the back he's got something going on, but on TV, zero. He's a zero with a He-Man action figure build.
But has he been given the opportunity to actually do
I
it?
think that his biggest weakness always been is he's never been a charismatic person, talking about Buddy Murphy.
That's true.
But I always felt like his in-ring spoke for him. I've been fans of people who can be... I've been fans of people who might... You give them a mic, they might not be in their strong suit, but you let them go in the ring, I felt like they were speaking to me. If that makes sense.
And he does have a lot of fans for that reason, just because of that reason.
I feel when you're a zero in 5 different promotions... it's not about has people given you the opportunity. You haven't made anything for yourself. And even Dean Malenko did the ladies man thing, and Lance Storm said, can I be serious for a moment? There are people who have leaned,
but that was his character though, both of them.
Well, that was their character because they had no charisma.
Dean Malenko never
made that a character.
Dean Malenko,
he was never known. He was just a wrestler.
Matter of fact, with Lance Storm,
when
he was mentioning Lance Storm thing, I think he was talking about that thing in 2005, and he did the Cabbage Patch, and he was doing Lance Storm.
No, he was earlier than that. He's
talking about his OG character, where he'd be like, if I could be serious for a minute, when he was pro-Canadian. Right. I liked that Lance Storm, and that Lance Storm during that time had actually a bit of hype during that era.
Right, because he had no charisma, and everyone knew it, and he knew it, so it was funny.
Right.
I think he had a pretty successful career, in my opinion, Jeff.
Who said he didn't? I'm pointing out what made him successful is that he's
especially ECW and WCW. He was pretty much like upper mid card, man.
You were like arguing points that I'm not arguing.
Okay,
I'm pointing out this is a guy that had no personality, no
That's
charisma,
a good point.
and he leaned absolutely into it and turned it into a success. And you're yelling at me about what successes he had.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I'm pointing out that Buddy Matthews should do the same thing, but he can't because he's a dummy. And now
so would you hold on? Wait. I
story. So why? So here, AEW. He already told AEW he doesn't want to sign there. He's ruining a big WWE storyline. So why would either company hire him?
Maybe this is his way of trying to get out of it, man. Out of his AEW contract, obviously.
By ruining the WWE storyline. No, that's how you get.
If they look at it. If they look at it that way,
or New Japan Strong, or worse, NWA or MLW. My God,
no, I don't think he's that bad, Jeff.
Oh, he was on MLW once. Yeah,
was he?
Yeah,
I don't remember, but who cares?
Yeah, when Bandito had one show, and Cross was on a couple times. Oh yeah,
Well, he needs to have something eventually, man. He needs to do something. He looks like $1 million.
Shut the fuck up and stop typing is what he needs to do.
He looks like $1 million. He can go in the ring, but you're right. There's nothing really to him other than his in-ring work and his body, his physique. That's about it, man. But he really does need something. Like, who is Buddy Murphy? Like, really? Right. You know what I mean? He's pretty much just there right now. And I feel like they should give him something. Let him sort of go on his own and see what he can do. But I feel like no one's giving him that chance.
I wouldn't even think no one's not giving him a chance. It's like he just got to find something that works for him, though. Like, it's not them. Where would he go? I mean, where do you go?
Where do you go?
Wrestlers are supposed to pitch ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, remember Peyton Royce got released because Vince said, "What do you got for me?" And she's like,
"Oh, I watch TV
on my couch and playing with my dog and watching TV."
Dude, come on,
and he's
that's
like, "Thanks for stopping by."
That's just a dumb girl, straight up.
Matter of fact, I would even give credit.
A dumb boy, then.
I'll give credit.
You know what they have in common? They're both Australians, dummies.
I'll give credit to, and I've said this a few times. Like, I wasn't a fan of Nikki Cross being the superhero, or what was it, almost a superhero thing. But at least she pitched something, and she did that. And even though it wasn't for me, she went in there and said, "Hey, I have this vision, I have this idea," and they went with it. So I agree with Evil Dose with this, where, you know, as a wrestler, you're supposed to have a vision, an idea. What is your character? You're supposed to know these things. There is a fly up there, isn't there?
There is. Fucking.
I thought so because I saw something.
Me off, man.
Well, thank you for cussing so much. That's good. Good job.
Yeah, well, I do have a warning at the start of our shows, just quietly.
Good fucking job.
There you go.
All right. Well, maybe we should like abandon the Buddy Matthews talk and get back to Raw.
Why?
What's on Raw? Yes.
We went in depth for like an hour talking about Dom on the Smack Attack.
Well, the Smack Attack isn't our show, though. That's
true, but it's the Raw show. But anyway, you're right. We are talking about Buddy.
Buddy's on Raw.
Too much. He could be. He could be soon.
Raw's
anyway,
a 3-hour show. Let's move.
Next, we have Asuka versus Carmella. Didn't we see this last week? I think.
No,
or the week. No, that was Nikki. That was Nikki Cross. You're right. I feel like I've seen this match recently. But anyway, Asuka ends up
they were on the same
submission.
team, and they were all in the elimination chamber when Asuka turned on when she beat up all the faces and the other heels too.
Okay, well, like I was saying, Asuka wins via submission, and post-match, Asuka cuts a brief promo in Japanese calling Bianca Belair, come to the ring. Something like that. Oh. Bianca, I knew you were going to say that. Bianca says she better just be calling her down to say they're going to tear the house down because you can't spell WrestleMania without the EST, boys. That's right, you can't. That doesn't make sense, though.
I mean, it's in different.
That's stupid.
Well, I mean, I guess the EST is in the middle of wrestle.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it.
Well, WR.
It is. You're right. You're right. She's right. You're right. Yes.
I mean, it's true, but it is dumb. I think Asuka should have just yelled at her more in Japanese and walked away, and Bianca looking like, well, I guess she said what I told her to say. And
nobody beats Asuka.
I love Asuka yelling angrily in Japanese.
So
I know that
right.
she just speaks gibberish, but I think it's hysterical. She doesn't need to speak English. She's like Penta, doesn't need to speak English. Just he can say in Spanish, you know exactly what he's saying. Or you did before he had to say cero medio every 30 seconds.
Zero miedo, Jeff.
Whatever he says, I'm so done with it. I'm so done with him. It's like zero brain.
More done than this, though, Jeff.
Get the good picture or get that off my screen.
Well, now that it's back. Anyway, Jack, what'd you feel, man, about this?
I didn't feel anything. I mean, Asuka going over, getting the win. I mean, it made sense. She's the one going to WrestleMania. I see people now being concerned and thinking they're going to squeeze in Carmella into this WrestleMania. Yeah, exactly. I don't see that being the thing.
See that.
But the post-match stuff, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, still nothing serious yet, but I'm sure the build will pick up in a few weeks' time, no doubt, because we do have over a month to go, or just under, or whatever. But anyway, next, this match pissed me off, guys. It was Candice LeRae versus Piper Niven, and as much of a killer as Piper Niven looked, she goddamn lost to friggin' Candice LeRae via a box pinfall, if you know what I'm saying. Was it just me? Did it look like she went for the dewdrop, if you know what I'm saying, fellas, with the pin?
Right.
She literally looked like she grabbed her pink bits. for the pin. Like, it was weird. But anyway, Piper Niven looks so good. I think she's so fucking good, in my opinion. But why did she have to lose to Candice LeRae, Jack?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write the show, but just to throw that out there. But what did I think about this? I missed that ending, but when I heard Candice LeRae's music, I said, "Oh, she went over." I would have went with Piper Niven myself for her to get the win, because I felt like they were trying to build her as a monster, and they went the other routes. I wouldn't have done that. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what they're trying to do with LeRae. I like LeRae. I like both women. Honestly, I like both women. But
I can't stand LeRae, bro. Straight up, I just can't.
All right, bro. But Vivian, I hope that they try to build some steam with her, because I didn't understand that personally.
I agree. Jeff, your thoughts?
I have no idea why Candice LeRae got a win either. I'm assuming because they are building a story with her and Nikki Cross, but
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Piper Niven has the bigger upside, and Candice LeRae is a zero.
She looked like a killer, dude. I feel like whatever they're feeding her, she's doing so well, but she's just not getting the wins.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, well, that's their loss if they do that. Because at the end of the day, where's this going for Candice LeRae? Nowhere. They're not going to do anything with her, as they shouldn't anyway.
I wouldn't say they shouldn't do anything with them. I think you want to try to build you want to try to build these women up. And I don't know what you do with her. I don't necessarily have a vision of what they do with her, but I just didn't understand why that she had to get the win. I think I almost a dewdrop, old habits here. Piper getting the win would have been just wonders for her. I think it would have been helping her. It would have helped her. And I see, and if I could just go real quick, because WrestleMania we have Asuka against Bianca Belair. I see Asuka winning, and maybe not right away, but I see Piper being someone to be one of her contenders. And if you keep building her up with these wins, that would help her out a lot. So I didn't understand why they had her take the L. I know I said that already, but I'm saying it for a second time.
No, well, I agree with you 100%, man.
Well, anyway.
Well, backstage, we get Johnny Gargano being interviewed. Fucking hell, seriously, another loser. Anyway, he's very proud of Candice, and he has a match of his own later on. He sat down in the locker room, and Otis then ran in asking him for some hot action tonight. That just sounds off. He was alarmed initially, as I would be, but he realized he just wanted a match, and he accepts the challenge, and that was that. Cool. Who cares? I'm not even going to ask you guys for the opinion, because before, I mean, honestly, there wasn't much to say other than Otis is a little weird. But after that, we get Judgment Day rolling up to scoff at Brian Saxton interviewing Johnny. Gargano says Brian's just tired of interviewing adults who are going through a goth phase. Jesus. Damian Priest points out that he took him out of Elimination Chamber, and Finn Balor says if Otis doesn't cover Johnny in maple syrup and eat him up, he will next week. Johnny is weirdly into it though, guys. Yeah, that was weird. I'm not gonna lie. Anyone, anything to say? Because this sucked. I'm
Finn is fat shaming, and that's not nice, Mr. Balor.
It's not nice. That's not nice, Mr. Balor.
Not everyone have 6 packs, abs. You
8
know,
packs, bro.
Yeah. Well, I have a 9.
Oh, look at that! Take that, Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all there's got to say about that segment. So let's just move right along, because guess what's next? It's Miz TV, and guess what, Jeff?
What?
He announces that he is the guest host for WrestleMania.
No, who could have possibly seen that coming?
I know, but it's official, so there you go. We called it. You said it first. I agreed with you.
Yep, we absolutely did.
So but there's 2 more that we also called the week before.
You're so excited about it, though. You called it, and you don't even seem so thrilled about it.
I am. I'm thrilled.
No, I mean
seriously. Oh, Jeff, because he
It
knew he was right.
It's pretty obvious to me.
No, I mean, seriously, he's perfect for that role anyway. I mean, seriously.
Agreed.
But get this, because next, I know you hate him, Jeff, but Mr. himself, the visionary, Seth freaking fucking Rollins, he makes his way down to the ring. The crowd were pretty quiet all night until this point. Grand Rapids started going, and he was wearing absolutely outrageous pants and a fluffy coat to match with loafers. I mean, seriously, he was looking out. It suited him, dude, but he looked like a friggin' porn star. The crowd were awing all the way. The crowd sings along to his theme. The Miz tries and fails to shut them up by putting his hand up and saying, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Yeah, whatever happened there. Seth says he's just here to congratulate Miz, not rain on his parade, and Miz is doubtful. Rollins says he stomped him with his big red boots because he was being a bit of a jerk. And then last week he had to stomp him 3 times because he was, let's face it, being a bit of a beehole. What does that mean? Goodness. A bitch hole? A bye hole? I don't know. But anyway, Miz says he's not a B-type person. He's an A-type person. And Seth asks if that means he's an asshole. And the A-lister goes apologetic about being goaded into calling himself an asshole. Whatever, Jeff. Seth promises him he didn't mean it to ruin his moment. He just has a favor to ask. He's been trying to get a hold of Logan Paul, and he figures since Miz told him everything, he knows he's got to have him on speed dial, so why not give him a call? The A-lister turns him down, telling him Logan is the problem and not his, because he's the celebrity and Seth is just a goofball in a stupid jacket. Rollins then lays him out with a super kick. Seth picks up his phone and unlocks it with Miz's eye, sitting down in a chair to look for Logan in the A-lister's contacts. He makes a call and rings it. He actually did call him, fellas. Logan picks up and tells Miz to stop calling him. Rollins laughs and Mock apologizes, saying he just wanted to call and see how Jake Paul is doing after his tough day yesterday losing to Fury, and says he has a proposition for him. We're all sick of the cat and mouse, so grow a set and go face to face with Seth freaking Rollins next week. Logan accepts and says he would love to see Seth try to run his mouth face to face.
Oh.
Yeah. Jack, what'd you think?
It was what it had to be. The segment was fine. It was. I don't have any big feelings for it. I mean, it was great to see Seth Rollins come out. He stomped, beat up Miz, and Miz revealed he's going to be the host, so that's fine. But next week they're supposed to have this one-on-one, or they're going to be in the ring face to face,
mono y mono.
It's fine. It's okay. It's I don't have no big like, oh my god, I can't wait to see it. It's like, it's cool.
Come on, bro. It's Seth freaking Rollins, man. Come on.
I love Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is dope. I like Seth Rollins, but I mean it's fine.
I agree. I mean, there's not much to say other than typical, Seth Rollins and Miz segment. I didn't mind the Logan Paul part, but Jeff, I know you're excited because it's Seth freaking Rollins.
You got that right.
Right, Jimmy. That was Wario right there.
Warrior.
That was a Wario laugh. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Evil Dust, take it.
I've never heard him laugh like that.
That's I have nothing to add. That's exactly right. It's
I knew it.
It's Seth Rollins and it's The Miz and it's Logan Paul. I mean,
well, since you have nothing to add, I'm sure you'll have nothing to add next either, because Damage Control are interviewed backstage. Brady says they've been around the world defending the titles and they're not going to lose them because they're their legacy. Austin Theory then rolls up to demand an interview since he's the greatest champion in WWE. He's shocked he's not being talked about and everybody's talking about John Cena instead. Cena comes back next week and everybody likes the hustle, loyalty and respect, but he hustled in the chamber. He's loyal to the title to the point of defending it immediately after Elimination Chamber against a legend like Edge, and there's the respect. He respects John Cena and he's going to give him the respect he deserves next week, and he better get the same respect back. Or else. Yeah. We're getting a lot of faces to faces next week, Jeff.
the road to WrestleMania, you got to have the signs, right?
Everyone was pointing like crazy. Here, where is it? Is it that way? Or is it that way?
It's
That way.
everywhere.
It's all over the. It's in the WWE universe, Jeff. Yeah, it's that way, I think. That way.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Yes.
This was, I mean, these are 2 back-to-back segments, which, I guess were entirely predictable, right?
I guess. Jack, anything to report on, or do we just move right along?
Moving on up to the east side. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're not really joking, because I am going to move on.
That laugh is incredible. That you sound like one of the Mario Brothers.
First, I sounded like the Warrior. Now, one of the Mario Brothers. Hey,
Yeah.
come on. It's me, Mario. At one stage, it was Mario with those red boots. Just saying. Well, next, I think Jeff's about to have an orgasm because...
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, wait.
On the air?
Oh,
Yeah, have you never seen his
28.
We
crossed into a different day. Yeah.
Yeah, whoa. Shit's falling. Oh, no. It's going crazy. You got to shake it there, Jack. Come on, man. Look, shit, tsunami's happening. God, that was shaking it up, all right. You got to shake it up, damn it. That sounds like a full jack-off going on. Anyway, it is Bobby Lashley making his way down to the ring. Yes, that's right, Jeff. Wipe. That was funny. Oh, shit. Hold on, Jack. Hold on, man. Wow, I'm about to fall. Anyway, Bobby Lashley makes his way to the ring. Well, this is what I want to talk about. It is Lashley versus Elias. And you know what? I was kind of surprised. Lashley, I was going to say. Yeah. I don't know if you're cleaning him or lubing him up, Jeff, but...
You don't want to know. None of your business.
Yeah. I don't want to know, indeed.
Metheny and Lashley? Woo!
Oh, it's sweaty. It's getting hot in here. Just saying.
Like never.
But look at Jack. He's really sweating down there.
Yeah.
He just threw the toothpick. But I do want to say this. Elias got... It looked like... Was it just me? Did Elias throw a potato and Lashley got upset and then absolutely kicked the shit out of him for the win? I mean, Jack, did you feel that way?
I did not. I missed a good portion of this because I just knew Bobby was going to win. I knew he was going to crush him. So when you mentioned that spot, I mean, I saw a little bit of this match, but I moved around a little bit. I was making oysters.
Oysters, eh?
Yeah, they were really
tonight, huh?
Yeah, and I was by myself. I was
very
cooking.
bougie. Very
I was
bougie.
I was hungry, and
Jeff was hungry too.
Hold
Jeff.
on a second. You're hungry and you make yourself
Hungry Jacks.
oysters?
or is it
Yeah.
oysters or it's some kind of seafood. I'm saying oysters, and you're making it sound like it's fancy, and it's really not
Well,
fancy.
oysters
Very
are like
schmancy.
I mean, first of all, oysters are usually served raw, but you can fry them. But, I mean,
Can you? I thought you eat oysters raw. I've never seen them fried.
normally, but you have you can have an oyster.
I'm gonna have to look up the bag on what it was, and I'm gonna say what it was.
I'm guessing you had mussels.
I think it was
Oh,
mussels. Thank you. It was mussels. Thank you. Because it wasn't the clams or nothing like that. It was just like the little things in a bag, and you could just.
It wasn't scallops, was it?
Yeah.
It was
So
one of the
making
two.
oysters for yourself would be a little bit weird.
Oh,
Well, did you have the shells?
no, I didn't.
It
Not
could have
at
been
all.
scallops then.
Okay, it might have been that. I don't know. It was seafood, is what I'm trying to say. I was cooking because I was hungry. Is my point. But I appreciate everyone trying to correct me on this. And I was hungry, so I missed a good portion of this match. But I knew Bobby was going to destroy Elias. Shout out to Rick Boogs because he was taking notes.
Oh.
But I guess he's been taking notes for the last 2-3 weeks. I feel like.
Why is he journaling too? I mean, Apollo is journaling. Hobbs is journaling.
Yeah.
Dijak was journaling. Now Hobbs is.
He
is
wasn't. Dijak wasn't journaling. He wanted justice. He was sitting there being Batman. Man, I can't make a defense
Police
for.
reports.
And he was making police reports.
He was
Yes,
making
he was.
incident reports.
So he's a
He was.
snitch.
No, he was. No, he wasn't being a snitch. He was trying to be.
That's
he was trying to fit
snitching.
in for. He listen. Since the review for Sin City 2 has been ridiculous. That's what it was. He's trying to do Sin City 2, starring Dijak.
So you're
Michael
saying he was
Madsen's
writing a
still alive.
review for Sin City 2?
Huh?
That's what he was doing?
Is
So he was
Michael
writing a
Madsen
review.
still alive, and if so, how?
Who?
Michael Madsen. I want to find out more about the seafood. So were the shells, were they sort of like long?
He said
and
no
were they
shells.
flat?
There were
He said
no
no
shells.
shells.
I'm
That's why I said scallops.
gonna get the bag.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep,
Yeah, if
you
there were
guys
no
keep.
shells, maybe scallops.
I'm gonna get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag because I feel like I lied to everybody. I'm gonna get the bag. Go ahead. Keep talking, guys.
Oh, he is. He's going to get the bag. I bet it's scallops. I'm putting money on it. Either that or maybe possibly, and it's way out of left field, squid of some sort.
I think you're right with the scallops. Scallops something you could be confused about, but also something that you would cook.
Yeah.
Like I think
mean,
you would know if you were cooking shrimp.
this is a first, and he's actually getting, I can hear it. The bad guy, Jack Scallops. I'm hoping it's scallops.
He's dumpster diving right now.
Okay, I found him.
Good.
What are
Can I
they,
be
Jack?
You
Okay,
could be
okay.
spending this time looking for the better picture of Metheny.
I could have. That's true. But then it would be very.
They're Bay's scallops. That's what they were.
Yes, I won.
They were
Boom.
Bay's scallops.
Good.
That's what they were.
What'd you serve? Like a little butter, a little garlic?
Yeah, seasoning, a little butter, and
They had to be crumbed.
No, I didn't crumb it. I was very
Oh.
hungry, so I just like cooked it real quick so I could just eat. I was hungry.
Delicious.
Scallops feel like they come in your mouth, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
How do you know what that feels like?
Because I don't. I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
Because-
No, yeah, no, you revealed a lot about yourself tonight. Jimmy T, you just revealed yourself because you just said his. You said
Jimmy
is that
Tonsils
is that the
his name
laugh
tonight.
after? Is that the laugh after?
Yes,
And he
indeed.
said yes. Okay, we're off to a great start.
Anyway,
Look at the big shitty grin on his face. You know,
this is funny shit. Anyway, Bobby Lashley wins via submission via the hurt lock, but this is what's important because it didn't matter about that match.
Is it my scallops?
Well, the scallops could be very important, and you know
Thank
what?
you.
Scallops rock, dude. I like scallops. Just saying.
Right,
But
they like coming in your
post-match,
mouth.
well, yeah, it's a bit warm. It's a bit, they squirt most of the times. Anyway, post-match, Bob gets on the mic.
I am so
and-
uncomfortable.
and I'm talking about Lashley, and he says he's not in a
my
good
God.
mood right now, Jeff in particular. He owned Brock Lesnar at Elimination Chamber, but instead of tapping to the hurt lock, Lesnar resorted to a low blow. He won the match, but he wants more, and for proving his dominance over Brock, he gets, guess who? Bray Wyatt, playing his little kid games. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty kiddie. Anyway, Lashley doesn't play little kid games because he's the almighty Bobby Lashley, so he tells Bray to keep his name out of his mouth or he will hurt him. As he goes to exit though, Bray appears on the Tron with a new remix of the Muscle Man Dance featuring guess who, Jeff? But Lashley himself. And it was fucking funny, I'm not going to lie. This made me laugh, you got to check it out. The video cuts off with static and a very serious Wyatt telling Bob to run. And that's it. We go to a break.
Okay, good. Good
Interesting.
segment. I mean, I don't know why Bobby had to give the same promo that he gave last week, almost word for word, but all right.
Yeah, well, it was interesting, no less. Mr. Scallop Man, how'd you feel about this? That's you, Jack. The Scallop guy.
About this whole segment, whatever. I
Come on, the video was funny, dude.
The video was funny. No. I agree to that. The video was funny. I did laugh. When you see Bobby, he's doing like this and then this and then this. It was funny. There we go. Good job.
That might be.
Won't mind you at all, sir. You're doing a great job. But
Thank you.
the video
Thank
and
you.
stuff, the video and stuff was funny. I just don't know if I care about the feud. I don't know about yet.
Was it the poses from when he was doing that pose down with Apollo Crews like 5 years ago?
So it's funny because they have a video. It's like a still. So you have him doing like this, and then he's like the video changed him doing like this. So I made it funny because it's like it's a picture of him, but they make him animated.
Right. It's stills, but it's making it like it's motion, but it's jerky motion. But I was wondering if it was from the pose down with Apollo Crews, if that's where they got the stills from.
They had maybe one picture from there.
Okay.
Because a lot of them were just regular like renders from anytime. You know what renders when they have if you go on the website and you see them just standing like this or something like that.
Right. Renders DMC. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Well, DMC, yes, that's right. DMC was there. Yep, absolutely. Nailed it on the head.
Yeah, Jim, you're right over there. What you
I'm
doing?
just writing
Yeah,
back
are
to
you-
to
are you-
H. I'm writing back to.
Oh, I thought
A-Track
he's
Brown.
making-
Oh, I'm
Hey.
sorry. They didn't want to interrupt the show. I want to make you. I got an email from Homeboy while the show was going on.
Really? What did he have to say?
Test 1 2. So I sent back 3 4.
Testicles, 1, 2.
Oh my God! Everything with you is Jimmy Testicles.
I don't think I've ever mentioned testicles. Actually, there you go. That's going to be the description tonight for sure. Well,
No,
anyway,
it's
speaking of
Jimmy
testicles,
because you like to throw some scallops down.
He's talking to you.
Waters your mouth. It waters your mouth, Jeff. It does. It really does. Anyway,
Not if you cook
you're gonna
them.
like. Anyway, let's just move right along. Let's move right along from scallops, shall we? And talk about these two fine
Cook it.
scallops who are backstage yelling.
Nitre mollusk talk.
That was
You just botched my last name, dude. Bad. But anyway, Chelsea Green is backstage yelling at Adam Pearce about how she, a Canadian, she just said that, is supposed to know there's an Ottawa in Canada. Yes. Very blonde of you, Chelsea. Anyway, but get this, Jeff. This is another one that we called because Carmella rolls up to yell at him, and I'm talking about Pearce. He makes her a match against Bianca Belair next week and leaves to take a phone call.
Wait.
They chat
He
and
made
sing.
who did he make a match with? Bianca Belair and with Chelsea or Carmella?
No, with Carmella.
Carmella.
But
Again? How many times has she lost to Bianca Belair?
forget that.
Not
though,
enough.
Yeah, not enough. But the
Not
important
enough.
thing is, it seems like Chelsea and Carmella are hitting it off,
Oh, yeah.
and they shook hands,
Total
and here we
diva.
are. We were saying all along that Carmella is, well, Chelsea Green is Carmella 2.0. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
right?
Their team should absolutely be called Total Divas.
Oh, that'd be perfect, bro. That would be
that's an interesting-
perfect.
that's
That's actually a great name. And you know what? It seems like WWE have been listening to our shows. I'm convinced.
And I agree.
Because and we great. Yes. Anyway,
Jack too. Me and Jack.
the point is, we said
and I.
this, and here it is again. They've gone with these two possibly as a tag team. That's what it alludes to, 100%. In fact, Carmella will win, I think, next week against Bianca Belair via help from Chelsea Green.
Maybe a DQ
No.
off. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. And then
I
we
can,
move-
I can see
And
a
then it's-
DQ. I can see a DQ, but I don't see her beating no Bianca Belair. No.
no,
You're talking about
via
Carmella, no.
schmoz. It'll be a schmoz, dude. It'll
Yeah,
be a
but she's not.
schmoz finish.
I am dude.
Belair's not taking
I
a
am
lot
dude.
3 weeks before.
It'll be a dusty fucking finish. I mean, come on. We've got over a month. We've got to have something here, man.
I
It's
mean,
not
yeah,
gonna
but
be
she
Carmella.
doesn't. She's not beating no Bianca Belair. No. No.
We'll see.
No,
We'll
absolutely
see.
not. No.
We'll see what happens. And yeah,
It might be like it might be. I mean, what is Bianca?
to the WrestleMania sign.
What's her version of the F5? What does she call her finisher again?
Who?
Who?
Bianca.
Oh, the KOD.
Okay, so she's going to be about to put the KOD on Carmella, and Chelsea Green will grab her leg, pull her down, and pull her out from under the rope, and it'll be a count out victory for Bianca.
A count-out victory for Bianca? Why?
Yeah,
for
because
Bianca?
because Chelsea will pull Carmella out of the ring, so she doesn't get the KOD, and then they'll just walk to the back together with
And that's
our
supposed to
arm
make
over shoulder.
Chelsea and Carmella look sort of strong.
No, but I get what you protect.
Those look like chicken shit divas.
Is that really?
Yeah.
But is that really protect? That looks weak on Bianca though to me.
No,
Why?
it doesn't. No,
So
it doesn't
why
because
not?
Bianca would have crushed her. Bianca would have crushed
That's
her.
true.
So what you do here, what you do in this situation is, Carmella's been taking a lot of L's. So what do you do to kind of protect her? Well, I left the ring because whatever reason you want to come up with. But instead of her getting pinned, if she gets pinned,
You know what?
it
You know
kind of
what,
hurts.
Jack, you know what? Excuse me, but you know what we should do? We should learn from our opening segment here, and what we should do is we should treat Jimmy like A-Track bound and wear a mission. We should howl and laughter at his ridiculous wrestling take.
Really, motherfuckers? Really? It's like that? It's like that? We'll see, motherfuckers. We'll see what happens next week. I hope you guys are so fucking right.
Ooh, that was rich. Ooh, that side splitting.
That's
Ooh, my
it.
side hurts.
You two are both fine.
Oh, my left spleen.
I'm going to make you kiss my ass in a minute.
Do it. I don't want to do that at all.
How
Like
dare
that,
you two do that to me? Really? Really? It's
I am
that?
not
It's
interested.
We'll see.
What'd you say again? I don't remember.
we'll see who's right next week.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear it because because Jeff's laughter.
Look,
covered.
if you want me to be straight up with you, I don't see either one of
Paul,
our
I do.
things happening. But I do feel like it should go the way I said. That's just me. Whether we get that, I doubt it. Whether you get what you want, I don't even know why you're laughing, because more than likely there's not going to be a count-out finish.
Laugh on you.
That's harsh, man. That's fucking hard. Ray Liotta motherfucking laugh on me.
I'm going
Really?
Henry Hill, Goodfellas.
Oh, no. Don't go Henry Hill. You motherfuckers.
Was that I'm sorry because I'm so terrible with names, because I know you just did a review on Cocaine Bear. Was that his character, Ray?
Ray Liotta was in Cocaine Bear, and yes, he played a drug dealer.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was interesting because I saw your review on it, and I just thought that was so cool because you.
I actually haven't yet.
I didn't even know it came out. I didn't even know it came out so soon.
I knew it came
Sunday
out.
evening by myself, and I'm like, no one will be here. The movie theater.
Like a loser. I'm joking.
It's fine. I'm okay
I'm joking, Jeff. I
okay
can't
with
believe I
being
even said that shit. I feel bad now.
That was really rude. That was hurtful, Jimmy.
Jimmy, that was
hurtful.
Sorry, Jeff.
I snuck Lily in that. I didn't even pay for it.
There you go.
But the movie was good.
Yeah, was it good?
Listen, it's a movie called Cocaine Bear, so I don't know what the expectations are. It was not as good as I hoped it would be, because it was not as brutal, and you didn't. There was plenty of gore, but you didn't like they hid the violence a lot, so you just see the aftermath most of the time. And it was more comedy than horror, thrills, and violent. And I would have liked the ratio to be different, but it was good enough. I mean, when you're going to see a movie called Cocaine Bear, you're not experiencing Casablanca, The Godfather. I mean, was it close enough to what I was expecting? Yeah. What was it? Was it more comedy and more human interaction than just a bear on drugs killing everyone right like on the screen? Yeah, I could have used a good 25% more bear killing, right in front of me, as opposed to knowing a bear is killing and then seeing the bottom of a leg fly over your head or something.
Oh, okay.
Fair call.
Get you.
But now I'm kind of deflated about it, because I actually was looking forward to watching that. But
it's fun because Elizabeth Banks, who has a really weird history with her audiences and making movies, but has been in some of the greatest irreverent comedies. Like, she's from Wet Hot American Summer. She was in 30 Rock for years. Just playing like cool girls, hysterical, raunchy humor, but it seems like she's totally humorless. Anyway, she's directed 2 movies that were almost great, but they weren't bad. They were In Brightburn, which could have been great, but it wasn't. But it was good enough. And Cocaine Bear, which could have been great, but it was good enough.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting. Well, we'll see. I will watch it. I'm sure it's funny though, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it's funny. Actually, it's in parts it's very funny. It's just I wasn't really looking for a comedy. I was expecting a few laughs, but like I said,
really?
I wanted to see bear tearing people and eating I wanted to see bear disemboweling people, and there was actually a disembowelment scene, but more in daylight and shit.
The first one was quite funny though, man. Technically,
the first one? What first one?
Wasn't there a first one with the bear? There was.
No, this is Cocaine Bear. It's not Cocaine Bear Dose.
No, but that bear was in another movie. I'm sure of it.
That particular bear?
That
particular bear?
Yeah, I'm sure that bear is. Yeah, that bear.
Yeah, he has a whole IMBW, whatever it's called, lined up.
I'm telling you.
His name is Timmy Bear.
Yeah, the bear's been in a lot, mostly Norwegian and Spanish films.
Hold on, yeah.
He was in Ragnarok.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah, the beret on.
Was he from France?
Yeah. Well, he's in most.
Well, that's very rude.
Oh, baby, cocaine cut boy. Yeah.
Well, he's a bear. He doesn't recognize the borders of man.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, I'm sure there was a movie a few years ago that involved something similar with a bear. I can't remember what it was called though.
I'm actually sure you're wrong.
No, there was. I'm telling you, man. I'll find it eventually.
I promise you, this movie hasn't been made before. Okay.
No, it hasn't. Matter of fact, I never heard about Cocaine Bear until late last year or this year. I forget when it was, because it was. Matter of fact, fun story. I was on Twitter. I shared something. I don't think anyone pays attention to my Twitter. I shared something. It got a lot of traction, and I said some over the lines. I said, "Hey, this song makes me want to do like 3 push-ups and fight Cocaine Bear." And he wrote me back, and he said, "I'll make a meal out of you." I didn't expect him to write me back, and I said, "I'm so sorry, dude." Like, I had to apologize to Cocaine Bear because Cocaine Bear is nothing to mess with. But that's my take on Cocaine Bear. Didn't see the movie, but I wanted Jeff to take to take over because I saw that you had a review on it.
Yeah, there were some righteous previews also for Cocaine Bear. A movie called The Evil Dead Rises looks like it's gonna be a proper horror movie. A movie called The Machine, which I wanted to hate, but it looked like it's gonna be really fucking funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was some good shit there.
Ooh.
Well, is there a lot of snorting going on, at least?
I mean, it was Cocaine Bear.
Right, that's what I'm asking.
I mean, snorting, eating, like climbing mountains to get to Cocaine Bear.
I love Jimmy. Jimmy is just such a you are such a wholesome individual. I love this guy because he's so wholesome. He's like, hey, was there any snorting in a movie called Cocaine Bear?
I mean, shit, it is called Cocaine Bear. I didn't hear enough snorting.
I mean, the snout was actually used when the bear was full of cocaine. It would breathe out, and cocaine would come out of its nose. It was more eating the cocaine than.
I didn't mean to turn this into a whole review, but did you guys know that this was actually based on a real story?
I knew it when they said so at the beginning of the movie.
Really?
Okay. They do.
Now,
okay.
How much based on the real story it is, I don't know.
No.
I mean,
holy Cocaine Bear! I mean, shit. Really?
Some of it exaggerated, completely exaggerated. But I was just curious if you guys knew. But that's my. I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I never knew that either.
Yeah, it was way down yonder in the Chattahoochee.
Wow. I'm surprised. I'm kind of shocked too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's not on Netflix or anything like that yet, right, Jeff?
In the theaters, man. In the theaters.
Only in theaters, right?
That's why you might have to be a loser too and go by yourself.
I wouldn't go by myself, Jeff. Just quietly.
Why?
I've thought about it, but I wouldn't.
Just do it, dude. It doesn't hurt to go to the movies by yourself. I went to plenty of movies by myself.
Hey, I've got
it's
actually with you, Jack. What the hell is up with New York City's new sort of fad? Have you heard about it?
What?
Yeah, it's rat barbecue going all over New York City like crazy.
But that we have rats out here?
No, that you actually put rats on the barbecue. I'm not
well,
kidding.
I can't speak for other individuals because I don't do that. I just showed you I make scallops, so I don't know what to tell you, dude. But you might want to keep that bone to yourself.
No, as a matter of fact, I tagged a few New Yorkers on Twitter, and Jack Brown responds by saying, "It's not rat, dude. It's guinea pig." And I'm like, wow. Well, jeez, I don't know what's worse. I mean, seriously.
Rat's worse.
Yeah, rats. I mean,
they look like rats to me.
I'm just gonna sit here and go. I don't know anything about that because I don't eat that stuff.
Yeah, well, apparently
rats are terrifying disease-ridden things. Like guinea pig is basically eating a rabbit.
Oh, come on, it's close to rat, I think. Anyway,
they're all rodents.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I wouldn't eat either. I'll throw it out here real quick. I wouldn't eat either. It's disgusting.
Well, don't shoot the messenger because apparently
I don't have any kind of weapon to do that.
Yeah, and certainly not one that could reach where you are.
And
like John Wick that we could shoot right through the screen.
That would be pretty badass.
That would be pretty badass.
That would be badass.
But yeah, it worries me though, Jack. It really does. I'm not sure.
You know,
why.
You should watch this video called "The Ring" and see what happens.
I've seen that.
Oh, that's awful.
Are you talking about The Ring with that witch? That witch bitch?
So when I said you should watch The Ring,
I've seen it.
And you asked, "Are you talking about The Ring?" That's sort of the answer would be yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about penis for a minute. God.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Right?
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
wash down those scallops.
More scallops. That should be the name of the episode. More scallops.
Could be. As a matter of fact, it might just be just that. Anyway, let's move on though, fellas. It is Johnny Gargano versus Otis.
Oh.
Yeah. But
at least Otis is there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of fuckery in this match because basically Marseille grabs Johnny, but Dexter Lumis is in the crowd to drag him away. Gargano then hits a super kick to Mansoor and then sets up one final beat into the apron with a slingshot and the other way. And Johnny Gargano wins by pinfall with one final beat. But
wait, who did he beat?
He beat
Otis. Otis.
No.
Yes.
Otis.
Come on,
With
man.
Maximum Male Models ranking him, mind
I'm sorry, Jeff is great.
If anybody thinks that Vince is booking this shit with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano winning on
Yes.
Raw on the road,
and
to
Dexter
WrestleMania,
Loomis, bro.
This is obviously fucking Triple H and his NXT 1.0 hard on shit.
You could be
going on.
onto something. You
It's
could be onto
so
something. Everybody
I'm
else is
sorry.
like,
I love the Evil Doses. Come on, man. Like that was just like that was genuine.
dude, it is genuine. He gets a hard on for Ortiz.
I'll sit there and say I like Otis too. Otis is such a character, right? Like
He is.
I feel like there's so many great characters on this brand or WWE in general. But I'll sit there and say this: I like Johnny Gargano. I hear
Really?
people's arguments. I do like Johnny Gargano. I think he's a great worker. That's just what I. That's
Hello,
what.
ding dong.
Yes, I like.
Yeah.
Listen, Jimmy T. I'm going to need you to sit back a little bit here with the blue jersey and the hat. All right, let me take the floor here before you get roasted by the bad guy. And listen, I know I think it's all about roasting. Axe these scallops because I roasted them. Boom.
Nice
So-
promo.
Thank you. Actually, I got to credit Fireball for that because Fireball's been giving me what you go. But I like Johnny Gargano. I personally like Johnny Gargano. I like his in-ring work. I feel like the way that he beat Otis, he hit the one final beat on the outside and then one on the inside. I could appreciate that because it still made Otis look strong. It wasn't like it was one finisher that took him out. It was two. So I can sit here and say, I could kind of appreciate that they kind of made him look strong. I can understand if you like Otis and you're like, man, Otis should have just squished him. I appreciate that. If Otis did lose, it took two finishers. It's almost like if you shoot a tranquilizer, I don't know if it's necessarily on a bear.
Tranquilizer?
Yes. And you shoot one on a bear, but you might have to shoot 2 or 3 of them just to put him out.
Because he's on coke? See what I did there? I know it's not that funny. Look at you motherfuckers no selling me. God damn it.
I mean, obviously, I didn't see this match. This must have been one that went.
Yes, you did. What are you talking about, Jeff?
No, I obviously didn't see this match, and this is very depressing. This is ridiculous. I don't know.
It was an insult. As a matter of fact, Otis got dumped on his head too, like over the apron. It looked bad, dude.
I think that was just him selling it, though.
Oh no, he did sell it, but that's what I mean by it looked bad. As in, like, you said he looked strong, but afterwards he looked dopey.
Yeah, he looked dopey. But in fairness, when you land on your head, you're risking your neck, and Otis doesn't have a neck, so there's no problem.
So there's a positive. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was that. For me, I didn't like it either. I hate Johnny Gargano. I really do, man. I don't know, man. Johnny Wrestling can eat a dick,
I don't
as
get
far as
the
I'm
whole
concerned.
I don't get the whole thing.
I said it. But anyway, next we get Paul Heyman being interviewed backstage. He says he loves the way WrestleMania season sort of gets ramped up and the tension every week, and claims Cody said he was going to confront Roman, which the interviewer corrects him on. But no, Heyman says Rose won't just show up. He's going to invade the island of relevancy, and either he'll confront the Tribal Chief or he will be confronted by him. And it's official, Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns will have a face-off on Friday Night SmackDown, guys. Jeff, are you excited?
Sure, why not? I mean, the big complaint on the internet is that there hasn't been enough interaction between Cody and Roman directly.
We get even more
Everything
now.
is Sammy, even though they haven't interacted that much, ever since the
I've
match.
got a feeling Sammy will interject himself into this.
You keep wishcasting that. That's fine.
I'm not wishcasting it. I'm just saying.
Okay. No, I don't. No, I mean, if they do, that's ridiculous because they have to. They have to get this story back on track. They have to reclaim the narrative of this.
Well, Kevin Owens went on a rampage to take out the Bloodline throughout the show anyway, so yeah.
The Rampage. The Bloodline doesn't work.
Oh, Rampage. Sorry. I mean, Raw. Sorry. Shit. As if I said Rampage. Wow.
I mean, Kevin Owens.
He got you good.
That's exciting. They let him use his name, Kevin Owens. It wasn't Kevin Steen. You sure?
Oh, yeah. I think it was Steen. No, I really never fuck up like that. That's a new one for me. I can't believe it's a Rampage.
This is an entirely new fuck up.
That's a new fuck up. Literally, it is. I've never
Hold on, I
made
need
that
to
mistake
take notes
before.
now in my book of Jimmy's fuck ups.
I can't believe I said that, man.
Have a list of all of the fuck ups that he's ever done, right?
I get the show wrong all the time.
Tonight I've fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shit.
It's fine.
Tonight is
pulsed by you.
Anyway, no comment. But yeah, continue.
Listen, I'm sure if you think about the sentences, it'll come to his fruition.
Anyway, just continue on what you were saying, Jeff.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
We're talking about Cody and Roman Reigns.
I just think they need to get the narrative back on Cody and Roman Reigns. I think this has to be a killer promo battle, possibly with a beatdown or a beatdown attempt. Maybe that's where Sammy, interjects. But I think actually it should just be Roman and Cody, maybe with Paul looking in the back like this.
Yeah, doing the
can't
face
see a
notes. I can
setup.
see that. I can see
Doing
that.
his Gollum faces.
Although I can't see a setup though where Solo Sikoa hits Cody and then Sammy comes out for the save, or Kevin Owens for that matter, and then we get a main event where Solo and Reigns versus Cody and whoever, like if it's Sami Zayn or if it's Kevin Owens or if it's both for the main event of SmackDown.
I don't think you're going to see Cody and Roman touch each other before WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it's a tag team match, bro. You can go.
No. But you don't do that. I feel like you give that away.
They will do that.
You give that away. You're giving that away.
Doesn't matter.
They
do that
but it does matter. Though.
Remember,
it actually does matter.
Let us have laughter again at his ridiculous wrestling take.
Oh, no.
Let's do it.
Oh, man. Look, if there's one that I'm confident about, it's this one, right? The last one, not so much. This one, I guarantee you between now and WrestleMania, there's going to be a tag match of sorts between these.
There'll probably be a tag match, but Roman and Cody's not touching, though. Like, that's enough.
I don't care if they're touching or not, but if...
Well, I don't know where we're going anymore. I don't know where.
I'm just saying, man.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know where you guys are going.
No, I don't.
How can you not
think
see
you
that?
do that though. I don't think. I feel like that's just giving it away.
Yeah.
That's giving it away. I mean, I feel
what
like
are they giving away? It's not a title match. It's
it don't have to
serious.
be, but I feel like if you do something like that and them touching, I feel like there's going to be a lot more. They're going to have these promos and it's going to get intense, but they're never going to touch. And then when they get in the ring, then it's going to be like, oh, it's build up, dude.
I agree, but I still
will be the fake handshake and then the forehead to forehead.
No, Roman ain't shaking his hand. Maybe the first
Let's
time.
put it this way: it's not going to be like 2015 where Brock and Roman and they're holding the belt and they're just struggling.
Oh, that was dumb.
That was
shit.
bad. That was bad.
That was so
There's not going to be
shit.
a security brawl where security can't secure anything now.
Oh no, we're gonna have security in between these two for sure. I'm saying.
Are you
down the
writing
line,
this stuff?
I don't need to write this shit. I'll remember this shit.
And then
you guys remember
Wardlow
it.
comes in.
Oh god, that'll be perfect.
On Rampage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Rampage.
Wow.
With the ponytail, with the ponytail.
Gorilla climbs the building, and the giant lizard and wolf are there.
Isn't that the video game Rampage? Remember that?
Well, yeah,
I do remember that. Yeah. And Rock was in it because The Rock is in everything.
Right, because
No, I'm talking about the game, though, the video game.
That was a movie, though. They made a movie.
Yeah, it was.
Rampage.
It's true. Yeah, they did. But the video game was actually sort of.
I remember
fun
the
back
video
in the
game.
day. I think it came out late 80s.
It might have. I thought it was 90s, but right.
I'm pretty sure it's the late 80s.
I don't know,
but I'm sure.
I was born in 88, so I don't know.
I was born in 82. And Jeff is much older than us.
Jeff is timeless. How dare you?
He's old enough to be our puppy.
That's Papa Dose. That's Papa Dose.
Papa Dose. Papa Dose.
Literally,
Exactly.
year 68. Like 4.5 billion years ago, minus 68 days.
If people used to have kids when they were younger, about 40 years ago, say. Think about it. It's true. You could have been 15 when you had me, Jeff.
I could have.
It's about that, I think. The difference.
I like it. He's
like that.
Maybe.
Well, I have seen his Hall of Shame, put it that way. But you know what? You're definitely old enough to be the Grand Poobah's daddy, but.
Who says I'm not?
I'm just saying. I guess we're all in agreement. Well, anyway, let's move on because we have the main event of the evening.
I mean, look at the dancing moves. This can't be an accident.
Jeez. Oh, no. Well, Let's move on to the damn main event. It is for
There's
your
more?
women. There's more. It's the last thing, but thank God. It is for your women's WWE Tag Team Championships. It is Becky Lynch and Lita versus Damage Control in Dakota Kai and Io Sky. And this is another one we got right, Jeff. We called this one to... Guess who came out for the save during this matchup, Jeff?
Bailey and Trish.
No, Trish, yes. Bailey was already out there. But Trish came in. We heard the... Oh, at the start, little Kim moaning. And then fucking... and then it was rock and roll all over.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what that was, but it was little Kim.
Never do that again. That was
I
great.
won't. That was pretty bad. But I'm
Got
just
Keith
saying what I
Sweat,
heard.
He's got R. Kelly. He's got little Kim.
Yeah, you got Little Kim.
Little Kim, man.
Why did
How
Little Kim
bad
sound
does
like
she
her?
look now, bro?
Why
She
did
used
you
to be
make
hot.
Little Kim sound like her voice was just like dry?
It is pretty dry these days.
feeling like
I mean, of
Montez
all the
Ford.
fucking... Yeah.
He's talking about Rampage.
Yeah,
This entire show is 1988.
yeah.
Well, it felt...
82.
Well, it was freaking 1998.
Too.
Not. Well, I was born in
The show
82.
was definitely not 1998.
It was 1998 because we had Lita, we had Trish, and get this, Jeff, we've got new tag team champions in Lita and Becky fucking Lynch.
This is fine. Damage Control are garbage. So listen, at least this is a little bit interesting, and Trish is a little bit interesting. It's
She
fine.
looked great actually tonight, and first of all, Lita sucks really bad in the ring now, man. It's so bad. It's really bad. I feel bad for her. That's how bad it is. Did I mention bad that many times? But anyway,
You're bad.
I'm bad to the bone, but just not Michael Jackson bad. But anyway,
Bad to the bone.
the way you did that, you did it with the accent, like bad to the bone.
Nice.
Do that one more time. Bad.
Bad to the bone.
That's funny. I don't know
We're
why.
so good in Delaware Destroyers.
Anyway, yeah. Look, is this short term? Do you guys assume are they just
Definitely
hot shotting
short
these tag belts?
Short term.
I think I absolutely agree with that. I think they're going to hot shot these belts.
So who? You
Back
think
to
it's going to
Damage
be the
Control.
Total Divas, or you think it's going to be
Total
Ronda
Divas
and
is the game.
Shayna?
I was thinking that part.
I think
That's
it's-
a smoky. That's a smoky, man, for sure.
It's the Sisters of Destruction.
And
It's
yeah, it
not
is
a-
the Sisters of Destruction, and it makes sense for. Imagine this for a WrestleMania match: Lita and Trish somehow against Ronda and Shayna.
Wait, why would it be Lita and Trish? You mean
Because I feel like
Becky.
Trish somehow is going to get involved somehow. Because I think they will lose it before WrestleMania, and then it will go towards a Trish Lita reunion and tag
You are
team.
planning a lot of things happening way before WrestleMania. I don't think so. I think it's
Well-
Shayna and Ronda at WrestleMania against Lita and Becky.
Becky? Yeah.
Man, more than likely, you're probably more than likely right. But what's the point of Trish then? Right now, why?
Why
That's rough because
maybe Trish versus Bailey as the match.
Maybe that's a good. That's a possibility for sure. I mean, people want to see that match for whatever reason. So yeah, I mean, I'll be down for that.
And then Damage Control can go fuck off.
if you have Becky and Lita as the champs, because I see Ronda and Shayna taking those titles, Damage Control is going to want those titles again. So I look at that as a triple threat for the tag titles. Because I don't think you're going to get rid of Damage Control. I don't think you just brush them to the side and be like, go to hell. I feel like they're somehow going to be involved. But I see Ronda and Shayna taking those titles, though.
Well, Shayna and Dakota are married, so it'll be marital property.
That still blows my mind, dude. I can't get over that, man. That's so. I mean, if she fucking herself, Dakota Kai wanted a fucking man. No offense to Shayna, because I'm a big Shayna fan.
Well, she didn't want a man.
Clearly, but she kind of did too. I mean, she's pretty blokish. I mean, seriously, Shayna's pretty blokish.
She's a scary woman.
But she's a machine, and I love Shayna Baszler. I'm a total fan of hers. It just blows my mind that them two are married. That's just weird. Anyway, whatever. They don't suit each other, man. For me,
They seem to like each other.
clearly.
They seem to disagree.
I guess so.
Hey, as long as they're happy.
As long as they're happy, I'm happy, man. Good on them.
Matters.
How long have they been married for? Anyone?
2-3 years.
I didn't even know they were married, so I don't know.
Neither did I, dude. They kept telling me, like Jeff kept telling me, and for whatever reason, I didn't believe it. And then someone else confirmed it. Who was it? Who was it that confirmed it, Jeff? I can't remember. Someone else brought it up on one of our shows.
Yeah, was it John Einright?
Oh, it might have been John. Yeah, I think it was John Enright. Shout outs to John. Yeah, and he said it, and I'm like, so it is true. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. So yeah, they're married apparently, Jack.
Say hey to the Sinister Minister.
Yeah, absolutely. Check us out on the Smack Attack this Friday, because I'm sure we'll have a lot of shit to talk about, actually, Jeff. True?
I would think so.
Well,
We better. It better be better
I mean-
than this shit show that you made me watch live instead of being able to liberally fast forward like I like to.
Yeah, well, didn't you say you didn't watch certain matches?
I did. I totally missed the Gargano Otis match. I mean, but I mean, a guy needs a snack every now and then. I mean, I can't keep this parish physique without eating after eating gremlin times. You know, listen, I had a guinea pig on the stove. For a rotisserie guinea pig to go with my raw scallops.
Oh, that's true too.
That's
well, guys, I think we can take it home. It was a fun sort of Raw, but a bit all over the place also.
Sucked.
Yeah, no, look, it was all over the place. Some shit just didn't make sense, but to give him sort of credit.
It wasn't even one of those beautiful wrecks. Like, this show might be a beautiful wreck, probably not, but maybe.
It wasn't as bad as SmackDown, though, this past Friday, though, Jeff, to be fair.
Ooh, I'm not ready to go there. I'm not ready to go.
SmackDown was just trash, man.
Ask me Friday or Saturday morning.
Oh, I will. Fine. It'd be like that. Well, Jack, you know what, man? Tell them where they can find you, my friend.
Oh, so you can catch me. I am Bad Guy Jack. I am on Unpopular Review. You can catch me on Tuesdays to review the NXT show. Sometimes we do entertainment. We're reviewing The Flash. And I have an audio podcast. It is called the Big Pop Theory Podcast with my co-host, Captain Shakespeare, and we talk about the week of wrestling. It's a good time, so check us out. It's you can follow us on the Big Pop Theory Podcast on Instagram and the Big Pop 1 on Twitter. And yeah, that's where you can find me at.
I said Captain.
Brilliant.
I said what? I said Captain.
I said what? I said Captain. I said what? Yeah, she's the best.
Well, there you go. Shout out to the captain, the El Capitan.
That's right.
There you go. Jeff, tell them where they can find you, man.
Icarus fell on Twitter. When I'm not on the PWC, sometimes you can find me on Channel Attitude or Hamin Media Group. You can find me with Esteban Pena doing the Hammerlock Hangover.
Esteban Pineapple?
Esteban Pineapple, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Once every 6 to 8 weeks, you can find me on the Drew Yari Show doing the Garden of Droom on his Patreon.
The Garden of what?
Droom.
Droom?
It's like Drew and Doom put together.
Wow, that's very
But if you really want to find me in my element, I'm sure after this show you never want to hear from me again. I can't say I blame you. Maybe I should give you the names of different shows. But Garden of Doom and Garden Views are my non-wrestling podcast. Garden of Doom is my curious excursions around the world, throughout the world, into the world, and outside of the world. Topics occult, arcane, esoteric, historical, alternate history, pop culture, you name it, cryptid. This week did a Bigfoot show. And Garden Views is more topical. In fact, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm dropping a show with my interview with the legendary Kevin Castle about his life in the music business as a booker and manager.
Ooh, very interesting indeed. Well, if you want to follow me, you can on Twitter at DJ MassFX and also at the PWC Network. Please like and subscribe right here at the pwcnetwork.podbean.com, where you can find all our shows, including Jeff's, including us, and including it's funny, you guys make me laugh, and even Big Ray Hernandez, Chavela Vera Cruz, you name it, everyone's on here right here at the PWC Network. And speaking of Big Ray, you can catch me this week on the Next Level podcast on channelattitude.com via Hamin Media Group with the men themselves, The Vet and Big Ray Hernandez. So watch out for me right there at Next Level Podcast. Also, like and subscribe at channelattitude.com and at HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com, where you can find all our affiliate shows, including Jeff's God damn it, how the hell am I supposed to do a serious promo when you guys make me laugh? But in saying that, I am Jimmy T, that is Evil Dose Jeff Lippman, that is the Grand Poobah Bad Guy Jack, and you've been listening and watching the PWC Monday Night Machismo, and we're out of here. See yous.
Stay with my friends.
Bye!
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.